Hello and welcome to Laurindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading about what makes you undeniably magnetic. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you are the most visually attracted to, or you can even ask in your mind, what is a pile for me? I do personal readings, they are super affordable, and then my first link in description. Hello, Pelwana. So it shows this card that says, I deserve to live in an environment of joy and acceptance. What makes you undeniably magnetic is that you put yourself first. You put your mental health first, you put your mental well being first, you put your self love first above anyone else and everything else. I think also you might be here a person that if you are in a toxic environment or if you are with a toxic person, no matter how attached you are to it or to them, you're gonna leave if that means prioritizing your self-love, if that means prioritizing your mental health and mental well-being. You're gonna prioritize yourself above anything else. And I think even some people might call you selfish, but this is not selfish. I think actually the people that say that you are selfish for prioritizing yourself are the ones that want to take advantage of you because, and I think you know this, the people that truly love you, that are truly your friends, and truly people that have your best interest at heart, they just want you to make the best decisions for yourself, point end period. And I think you know this, and that's why you're not afraid to leave toxic environments because you realize you're not my friend, this is not for me. Because, for example, imagine that you are in a toxic friend group and there are some dynamics there that are unhealthy, and you try to communicate with them like, hey guys, like this and this is crossing my boundaries, I don't feel comfortable with this and this. And imagine that they make fun of you, they diminish you, they say things like, don't overreact, it's not a big deal. Then you realize, wait, you are not my friend because you do not have my best interest at heart. So if you're not my friend, I'm gonna leave. I think you are capable of living no matter how attached you are to certain people or certain environments. This can be you being friends uh, with years with a person or with a group of people, right? So there is that attachment that you guys have been friends for years. But if you just grow apart and grew differently from each other, and maybe you grew more than them, you became more mature, more emotionally mature, and you want different things out of life, right? And maybe your friends stayed in the same place, stayed in the past. You are like, hey, we've been together for many years, we've been friends for many years, but this is no longer healthy for me. I want to chase bigger dreams, bigger like accomplishments, bigger interests. I'm also getting here vibe that some of you might have broken up with an old group of friends, and this can be due to like your friends stayed where they were before, like they kind of stayed in the past, they didn't grow up emotionally, they didn't mature, and you wanted to pursue bigger things. Maybe you found them uninteresting at some point because maybe you grew up, right, and you had different interests, maybe more like intellectual interests. Maybe you like started to pursue different things and your friends stayed in a very gossipy type vibe, and you're like, this is super uninteresting to me, like at this point this is kind of boring. Being friends with you guys is kind of boring because we have been speaking about the same gossip for like 5 years. I want something different, I want something more exciting, something more fun. I like, let's go on a vacation, let's go to a museum, let's do something more, like, I don't know, stimulating, right? And yeah, I think you had to separate yourself from a lot of people that you outgrew, or simply they were never really like your friends because they never had your best interest at heart. And this makes you magnetic because people are missing you a lot and you are unreachable. To a lot of people, you are unreachable. And People are not over you, people are still very much obsessed with you, talking about you all the time, like people keeping tabs on you. Have you seen where they are now? Have you seen what they are doing? Like you are the talk of the town, especially like for those of you that had a big group of friends in your um, town that you grew up in, like in high school and stuff. People gossip about you non-stop because probably you are on another level, like maybe you upscaled like your level in society, maybe you move cities, maybe you move countries, you are to a certain degree unreachable, and people cannot stop gossiping about your life and what you are doing and every little detail, like your career accomplishments, what have you done, where you are going. Like people cannot stop talking about what you are doing with your life. And like imagine they're only saying like good things because you are doing amazing things. This is like you growing in your career, or maybe you pursuing your passions, your interests, your dreams, pursuing bigger things. Imagine that you move cities or move countries. That's so iconic. That's so brave. Oh my God, look at them living their life in this city, in this country, or look at them with this job. Look at them going up the ladder. Look at them with this education, right? Because you are so accomplished and you have so many accomplishments. People can really talk about your accomplishments. They talk about good things, but with a tone of jealousy. You feel me? But because imagine they can only say talk good things because you only have been upgrading since you left them. All you did was upscale and upgrade since you left them. So like they have nothing bad to gossip about because there is nothing bad, right? But they say it. I'm gonna admit with a bit of jealousy. They're like in their minds they think it's unfair that you quote unquote left them, when in reality like they create an environment for you to leave. You didn't chose to leave because you wanted to, you chose to leave because of their actions, but they are unable to take accountability, so they're kind of blaming you for leaving when in reality it was them that led you to leave due to their actions. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Number one. Yeah, you have options. You have a lot of options in life. And I think, imagine, you have a lot of options because you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you are skilled, you are capable, you have experience. It's not only that, but it's the fact that you have options because you're not afraid to leave. Because there are so many people like full of skill, full of talents, full of beauty, which there are so many people that can have a lot of options, but they stop themselves from having those options because they are afraid to leave what they know to go into the unknown. And you're not afraid to do that. You're not afraid to step into your unknown, to do something different, to try something different that you never tried, to leave a place to try another place. This is the reason why you have so many options, because of course you have the capacity, you have the intelligence, you have the skill, you have the experience, you have the looks, you have the charisma, you have all the tools that you need to do it, but you also have the mindset. There is a mindset of not afraid to try something different, not afraid to live and to step into the unknown. So this makes you magnetic. Why? Because people feel that you will always have a better option than them. You know, is this almost unattainable aspect to you that makes you magnetic? Is this fact that you're almost unreachable? People cannot like grab you and hold on to you because you always have better options. You always have a better place to go than them. Like people feel, what makes you magnetic is also because people feel inferior to you, and it's not you that is making them inferior. It's not you that is making them like that is trying to make them insecure or nothing of that. It's because people compare themselves to you and they cannot compare, you know, like they are not at your level. So people, when they compare themselves to you. They feel like you are so much better than them, and this gives like an unreachable vibe to you. And this is what makes you magnetic, is the fact that people feel like they cannot grab you and hold on to you, that at any moment you're going to leave, because again, you have the skill, you have the beauty of the talent, but also you have the fearless mindset of I'm not afraid into stepping into something new. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Yeah, people feel really insecure around you. People feel like, yeah, like they're nothing compared to you. And the thing is, also people, something that makes you very magnetic is that one, people feel insecure around you. They feel like you're so much better than them, you're so much more beautiful than them, so much more like intelligent, everything, right? So it gives this unreachable aspect, but also you're not afraid to be alone. You are okay in being alone if you need to. Like, actually, I bet some of you in this pile, not all, even prefer to be alone. Even are like, bro, I don't want to be group of friends. I'd rather be alone, or having like one, two really good friends, and I'm good with this. So again, it's almost this fortitude, these like boundaries around you that makes you're not easy access at all. It's really hard to access you, and you are someone that is not afraid to be alone. I think also you spend a lot of time in the self exploration, in becoming wise, in experiencing life. So this adds to your intelligence and life experience. I think a lot of your intelligence and wisdom and life experience comes from time alone, from exploring yourself alone, and also from being fearless, from trying something new, getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of things that you know, and always growing and expanding. I think also something that really makes you grow and expand is the fact that you live the known behind, the comfortable behind, because it doesn't serve you any longer, and you try something new that makes you develop new skills, set yourself for different challenges, so you evolve with these like new obstacles and new challenges that you have faced. And I bet at the beginning it wasn't easy and it was scary, but because you have done it so many times, now you are quite comfortable in the unknown and in not knowing, and you know, yeah, it's scary, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll make it. I make it once, I'll make it twice, right? That is the type of mentality that you trust yourself in making it into a new environment or a new situation. So this, all of this really adds to your high intellect and your like extreme wisdom, which people feel inferior about. So this also makes you magnetic, is the fact that people kind of feel insecure around you, and you are unattainable and you are unreachable to many people. Also, a lot, the thing is, the more you restrict access to your life, the more people want it. People want what they cannot have. So the fact that you set boundaries, and the fact that you're not trying to be friends with everyone, and the fact that you are strict with the people that are in your life, and like there's a very small group of people, right? People want it more. I think you have a lot of people that want to date you, be with you, because of this like hyper independence, unreachable, leave me alone, I'm good alone vibe. You have a lot of people that want to be with you, and this is basically what makes you magnetic. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Okay, I got a message for some of you. There might be something with chili. I think this is gonna be like a reference to somebody like chili flakes or black pepper, because I just sneezed like I was having like chili flakes went up my nose. So this is a message for like a very specific few of you. Also, what makes you magnetic is that you are a dreamer without the delusion. What do I mean by this is, imagine that you have a big dream, something that you really want to accomplish, something that most people around you are like might think is impossible or is crazy. But because you are so grounded, so realistic. You are not living in delusional land. When you say, I'm gonna start a business, you're gonna start a business. When you say, I'm gonna make this invention, you're gonna make that invention. Like, you do not live in delusional land. I think you're quite realistic, actually, and you are like, yes, I'm going to start a business. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be a lot of hard work? Yes. Am I going to fail 1,000 times to just win one? Yes. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm going to persist. I'm gonna be resilient, and I'm gonna make it. Like, what makes you magnetic is that you're actually very successful, and you have a very successful ideas, and you have the capacity to make them come true, and you have the capacity to make a dream come true that is so unattainable to many people, that is so impossible in the eyes of many people. But because it's you, and because of this very realistic, grounded aspect, that you are like, yes, it's a big dream. This is gonna take a lot of hard work, yes, but you're gonna make it happen. Because I think in the past you said to people, I'm going to do this, and people did not believe you, and you made it happen. Like, you actually made that thing happen. Some of you, very few of you, message only for some, that has to do with something with an app, maybe app design. Maybe you said, I'm going to design this app, and you did. um but yeah, there was something in the past that you said, I'm going to do it, and people did not believe you. People said you're crazy, but you made it happen. You were not living in delusional land. And this is like what people assume at first, because your dreams are so big and your accomplishments are so big, that people think, no, you're just saying that. Like everyone else, you're just saying that. Oh, but you mean it. And there is nothing delusional about your dreams. So basically, this makes you magnetic because you're extremely successful, like I success. You're a person that will be like a Steve Jobs archetype. You feel me? Or Bill Gates, or whatever, those corporate tech guys. There is something here about tech. Some of you might really be into technology. But yeah, you are that archetype. You are the archetype of maybe someone not being believed at first, and being extremely successful at the end, and making something very big come true. So you have this like millionaire CEO vibe to you. Even if you are not yet, you have all those characteristics, and you embody that archetype to a lot of ways, and that's very attractive to many people. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do a personal readings, yes, super affordable, and then my first link in the description. Bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. So I chose this card that says, I affirm only the goodness of life. What makes you undeniably magnetic is that you are always choosing joy and pleasure and happiness for yourself. You make choices to fulfill your dreams, your passions, your inner child. You make choices to enjoy life. Like, you choose happiness above anything else. I think this pile has a vibe that is very Venus, like choosing fulfillment, choosing pleasure, like choosing like this sensuality in terms of life. This is like living life for the enjoyment, doing things that you love because you love doing them. Like, some of you might be Taurus or Libra, or have like prominent Taurus or Libra placements. You live life for the senses, for the experience, and for like the good experience. I also think, imagine your choices that you make in life are very centered in self-fulfillment and happiness. I don't think you make choices for status or ego, or to get the approval of others, or make choices because people told you that's what you're supposed to do. No, like, you make choices for yourself, truly. This is giving like You're not choosing to pursue becoming a millionaire just for the status and the money. Imagine a lot of you here want to be rich and are working hard to becoming rich because of what you're gonna do with that money. Like, you're not going to use that money for status and ego. You're probably going to use that money to enjoy yourself more, like to go on a trip or go to the spa or like decorate your house as you wanted to, or buy your dream house because you really like it, or like make decorations and make things pretty. Like, everything that you do is for your own fulfillment and happiness. You're not thinking about the quote unquote like capitalistic dream, right? Of becoming rich, to have a mansion, to show off, to have designer, to have racing cars. No, like you probably want a lot of money because you want to enjoy life to your maximum capacity, in the sense that you want to travel, you want to eat good food, you want to go to the spa, you want to be able to do massages, like to get massages regularly, you want to have your dream house with your dream car that like is very, everything that you do is very centered in your pleasure and what you enjoy doing. And also, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of pink, I'm seeing a lot of gardens, I'm seeing a lot of flowers, I'm seeing like almost this fairy vibe to you, like this nymph. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. This nymph vibe to you, like on a lake, on a fall. Yeah, it's giving very Venus, very Venus, very sensual, very, very, very. Um, Not in like in an objectifying way, like sensual in the purest way possible of like the senses, you feel me? Fulfilling the senses, like eating good food, dressing pretty because you like the aesthetic, and making like your home pretty because you like the aesthetic, doing things that you love and you're passionate about because it fulfills your soul type vibe, because it makes you happy. Also, in terms of your career, this pile can be high achievers, but even in terms of a career, you don't choose your career to have that title of CEO or of CFO, of like having this status in society. You choose your career because it's really what you're passionate about. For example, if you're passionate about psychology, you take a degree in psychology and you become one of the best in the field. Like, you write books, you are super, like you have a lot of prestige, you have a lot of respect, but you don't do it necessarily for this prestige and respect and for like the social rewards. You do it because you love psychology. That's the vibe, you feel me? Like, this is like pursuing things that you love, and you get, of course, because you are so good at it, you get a lot of respect, you get a lot of prestige. Maybe even some of you get awards or are going to get awards, right? And be like a prominent figure in the field that you are. Also, I'm seeing botanics. Like, this is you following things that you're passionate about and you honestly enjoy, and you getting a lot of rewards from it, like in terms of money, in terms of like prestige and respect and people praising you, all of that. But like, mostly you're following things because you love those things, you feel me? Like, you are doing things because it genuinely makes you happy, the rest is just a plus. And this makes you magnetic because there is something very sensual about this. You are giving nymph. Like, all I'm seeing is a nymph in a lake, a nymph that is like almost transparent, shining, beautiful hair, long hair. Some of you might have like really beautiful hair that makes you very magnetic. There is this high Venus quality to you. And the thing is, this Venus quality is just for you and you only. Actually, you might be someone that puts a lot of boundaries. This is like having your secret garden, you feel me? Having like your bubble of happiness and pleasure and like things that light up your senses, right? But not many people having access to it. People feel like what makes you magnetic is that the way that you live life is very fulfilling in a lot of ways and very focused on pleasure, different types of pleasure, right? But the thing is, not many people have access to it, and people want to have access to it, but they can't. They feel like this secret garden is protected. They feel like your world is in a bubble. You might be someone that doesn't have a lot of friends, or don't that many people in, or like people needs to wait in line for years, almost to prove themselves to be able to enter like your secret garden type vibes. You feel me? And yeah, like this makes you very magnetic because people want to enter your secret garden. People want to be spend time with you, like live life like beside you, but they can't, but they really want to because it's super like it gives a lot of pleasure, it gives a lot of fulfillment, it gives a lot of mm, pleasure to like the five senses, you know, touch, feel, smell, all of that is very like doing things that your body likes, you know, is yeah, is very that is giving. I think you have a lot of people that want to date you, Palmer, too. A lot. I bet you are someone a lot of people fall in love with. A lot of people have a lot of crushes on. You might even feel like this is a bit tiring, some of you, because you're like everyone falls in love with me. um, yeah, very, very happiness focused, pleasure focused. You are here to live a life that you enjoy. Point and final. And this very yeah makes you very magnetic because you are beautiful. Like you are living a life that is very fulfillment centered, very happiness centered, and people just want honestly people just want to be by your side and experience life with you. That's all they want, is for them, for you to let them into your secret garden, for them to enjoy like the amazing fruits of the trees, you feel me, like to enjoy the grass under their feet, like things very connected with body and with senses. What makes you undeniably magnetic too? Yes, what makes you undeniably magnetic is that you focus within, not outside. You have like locals internal instead of locals external. That's basically, for example, you are unhappy with life. Instead of blaming your unhappiness on like I don't have enough money, I don't like my job, that's why I'm unhappy. Like instead of putting the blame of your unhappiness of life outside of you, because if you put the blame of your happiness outside of you, there's nothing that you can do about it. You basically are just miserable because are things that are out of your control, right? You go inwards and you focus. Yes, I'm not happy. How can I make myself happy on the now? I think you are someone that focuses on the inside instead of the outside, instead of, saying I'm not happy because I don't have yet a career my dreams, I'm not accomplished my dreams yet, like I'm unhappy because I don't have the money, I don't have this, I don't have that. You go inwards and you look at what do I have now, what can I do with what I have now to make myself feel fulfilled on the now. I think you are someone that does not focus too much on the outside. And it comes back to that concept of secret garden, a bubble. I think you are someone that is very inner focused and you're not looking on the outside for satisfaction, but you are looking on the inside of yourself. Like, yes, I might not yet have the money that I want. I might not yet have the career that I want, right? I might have not yet have everything that I want. What can I do with what I have now to give the feeling to give myself the feeling now of what I'm looking for? Right. So you are someone that is not about having everything, is about appreciating what you have now. Yeah, it's not about having everything, it's about appreciating the little that you have now. And I think again, I don't think this was something that was taught to you. You kind of taught yourself, because I think in this pile you probably grew up with unfulfillment and unhappiness and maybe lack of resources and all of that. And people told you, if you work hard, if you study hard, if you do this, if you do that, you're gonna get what you're looking for. And I think you have tried and realized that Happiness is not in the outside of me, it lives inside of me, and it's not about having it all, it's about appreciating the little that I have. And yeah, like I think you just turned inwards and realized that maybe the happiness that you're looking for doesn't need to be found in your like back garden that is super expensive, in the back garden of your mansion, you feel me, that is super expensive. Maybe I can find it in the forest near me, you feel me. Maybe the happiness I'm looking for, it's for, yes, like I wish I had all this money to eat all these very expensive food like caviar and stuff like that, but hey, maybe I can do very good food with what I have now, you feel me. Like this is a vibe, this is a vibe of giving yourself the pleasure, the fulfillment, and the happiness that you are looking for right now with what you have, instead of saying, or instead of delaying your happiness and saying, only when I have this, only when I have that, I can be happy. You are like thinking outside the box. You are being resourceful and you are thinking, what can I do now to achieve what I want? This is also like wanting to buy like really cool designer clothes because you love the aesthetics of it, right? Because you are doing things again for your happiness, for, it's not for ego, it's not for status, it's for aesthetics, like it's for what you like to see yourself in. And imagine that you have like a lot of these ideas and visions for like cool clothes that you want to wear, what you do, and you think, okay, instead of delaying my happiness by thinking only when I have money I can buy this type of clothes and wear this type of clothes. What can I do now with what I have? And maybe some of you upcycle, make your own clothes. And it's about being resourceful with what you have now and giving yourself what you're looking for now. And this creates again that secret garden type vibe. People feel that you have secrets about the world. Like people feel like you are living life in such a unique and smart way, and they are like, you know things that we don't. Because most people again they are outsourcing their happiness, and you are creating your happiness within. And it's just that at the end of the day is figuring out how you can create your happiness within with what you have now. And people are like, because people look at you and they think we are in the same class economically. We probably have similar jobs. You're not richer than me. You are not more privileged than me. But they look at you and they're like, but you look richer than me. But you feel richer than me. But like, you, they know in terms of materiality that you're not way better than them. It's not that, but you look like it, you feel like it. That's a thing, right? And people are like, what's your secret, what are you doing? Even some people might think that you are rich low key, like people might think that you are like super rich and you are living like this secret life, that you're pretending to be like social middle class, that you're pretending that you need that waiter job, you feel me? Because of how you look, how you feel, how you smell, how you taste, like because you're so rich within, people even think no, they are cosplaying poor. They are cosplaying like middle class. It's impossible because look at them. Their skin is glowing. Their vibe seems like luxurious and rich. Like you smell good. You feel me? So people feel like you are have this secret about life, or you are hiding like this, like this treasure, this like crazy amount of gold type vibe. You feel me? But in reality, it's just a perspective shift. But this makes it magnetic because people are like, one, some people feel like you are hiding or you are lying about what you have. People actually, some people actually really believe that you have way more money than you say you have because of this rich vibe to you. And two, yeah, it's a secret garden of treasures that people feel like you have. People feel like you have this secret garden of treasures that they are not allowed in, but they want to peep it. Like they want to like look around, see what you do, like when you are alone, see what you do in your free time. I think you have also a lot of people asking you what you do in your free time, and you're like, I just go for walks in the parks or walk in nature, or I read a book, or I make food for myself. And that's the trick. That's the thing, is that you are telling them exactly how to find that fulfillment and pleasure, but because people are so focused on the outside of themselves to find what you're looking for within, they're not like really listening to you, because I think you're actually telling them exactly what you do and exactly how to become this like happy fulfilled self, but people are not understanding or listening to it, because again they are thinking that you have like a pot of gold at home, or that you found the end of the rainbow type things. Like, wow, very interesting. Pile number two: what makes you undeniably magnetic? Pile number two: yeah, I think people don't see you properly. I think people don't see you properly because they don't understand your mentality. I think people don't have the wisdom and experience to understand the mentality, because again, all the allegories I was using, like nymph, secret card, and these are almost like myths and exaggerations of things. Like, nymphs never existed, but they are like a fantasy. You feel me? Like secret gardens. Okay, some of them might exist, but like, I think people don't see you as real. Like, people don't have the wisdom or the intelligence to fully understand you, so they kind of dehumanize you and fantasize you. It's really weird. Like, I'm getting also a very objectifying vibe, because people don't understand you. And I'm sorry, pal number two, I don't know. This is giving, because again, also the nymph. I'm seeing a lot of nymphs. Also, the nymph archetype is a bit objectifying, and a bit dehumanizing. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry, Paltu. I don't think people see you properly, and that really sucks. Because I think you have a very wise perspective about life, and a perspective about life that actually people should listen, take notes, and a perspective about life that I think only like 60-year old people really can understand, and some of them reach that conclusion. That is, happiness is found within, not without, because we are sold so much this, like, you buy happiness, right? Happiness is money, happiness is outside of you. And we spend the whole life working hard for happiness, that again is something that is found within. And you know this, you have the wisdom to know this, right? This is like you being light years ahead of many people, but because your perspective is so light years ahead, and who you are as a person is so many light years ahead, people don't understand it. People really do not understand it, and people really dehumanize you, objectify you, because of your so much different perspective. People feel, and this is not true, pile number two. What I'm going to say is not true, okay? People feel like, imagine, people feel like you don't have to work hard to make things happen. And again, you do, pile number two, you do. But this comes back to them objectifying and humanizing you. I think they put you as this fairy, as this nymph, as this magical being, where you are going through life with like fulfillment, happiness, and pleasure, and things just happen to you, right? It's not your hard work that you put behind the scenes and make it happen. No, it is spell too, but these people are not at your level at all, bound to. Honestly, this is kind of pissing me off. This kind of making me angry, because people feel like you don't have to work hard for things. People feel like it's the fact of your personality, like your confidence, your charisma, the fact that everyone wants to be in your world, the fact that people want to be beside you just by being beside you, just to experience life beside you. People feel like you are giving things for granted, like you are giving things way easier than them, when in reality you're putting a lot of hard work behind the scenes. But people feel that you are like this feminine archetype, that things just come to you and things are ended to your lap, when in reality you put a lot of hard work behind the scenes. And yeah, people feel like you are lying about your money. People feel like you are lying, people feel like you are under like low-key an eros or something, and again you are cosplaying being middle class by having a waiter job. So ridiculous. Yeah, people feel magnetized to you because they feel like your life is easy, things are ended to you. They feel like you live in this flow of abundance, and if they are beside you, they can catch some of that abundance, some of like the sparkles of abundance that come your way. So honestly, and I'm sorry, pal number two, I think a lot of people that are magnetized to you do not have the best intentions at heart. I think they just have the intention to catch some of the abundance that you have. And again, they are not crediting you for all the hard work that you put behind the scenes to have everything that you have, for all the hard work and shifts and mental perspectives and power moments that you need to go through to be the person that you are today. They are not seeing that, they are not appreciating that. And I think a lot of people just want to take advantage of you, and a lot of people that are magnetized towards you just want to take advantage of you, because honestly you deserve to be treated like a goddess. You deserve like to be treated with a lot of respect, but unfortunately I think people are really dehumanizing and objectifying you because they do not understand your eye wisdom about life, like your eye intellect. They don't understand your perspective of life, because your perspective is the thing, is that your wisdom comes from a lot of life experience, and life experience that was not easy to go through. You had to go through a lot of downs, not even like ups, downs. Like you had to go through a lot of challenges, for a lot of difficulty, to learn the true value of life, and to learn that happiness is not found without, is found within. To learn that you're never going to be happy if you keep looking at on the outside of you. This is a perspective that only 56-year-olds might come to realize. Might. This is a perspective that only very people with a lot of old, like life experience can come to realize, because it's a perspective of trying for years and failing, and understanding that you never find happiness outside of you. Happiness is found within you, and then you create a life from that happiness that you find within, right? But you cannot keep creating a life hoping to be happy, when in reality is more you are happy first within yourself, and then you create more happiness around you. But again, this is a perspective that most people that are the same age as you or even older, like this is a perspective that is 60 years of life experience, if you me, like many decades trying to outsource happiness, to realize that that's pointless. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings, they are super affordable, and they're my first link in the description. Bye pal too. Hello, pal free. So it shows this card that says, I set myself free from limitations and I recognize the true beauty of my being. And it came in reverse. What makes you undeniably magnetic is the fact that people feel that you are hiding your true self within, that the person that you are with them, or the person that you are interacting with people is not your true self. They feel like your true self is super magical, witty, creative, inspirational, super like out there and very creative, and they feel like you put a mask of pretending to be like everyone else, just to like, just to conform to society. I think people, when they speak with you, they feel like there is a whole world within you, and there is like I'm seeing stairs to a basement. Like I'm seeing endless stairs to a basement. This is what people feel with you. They feel like when they talk with you on the where and they are with you, they feel that you are pretending to be like everyone else. You are putting a mask of, yes, I have the same opinions as every one of you have. I am the same as everyone, but you are not. Like people feel like you have this, who you are authentically, and who you are when nobody sees it, they think it's super, it must be super creative, super witty, super whimsical, super magical. Is giving artist to the maximum, is giving I'm hearing Banksy, like is giving eccentric people. I'm getting a lot of like eccentric artists, like people that are really unique and out there. So people might even call them crazy, but they are like genius at art. You feel me? Uh, Eccentric living, a very unique way to live life. People feel like this is who you are. This is who you are, basically. But that you either to kind of to not ruffle feathers, basically. You're not trying to look for trouble, you're not trying to shock people, you're not trying to get like a very surprising reaction out of people. You honestly are just trying to go about your day with the less amount of chaos and confusion possible, the less amount of arguments possible. You're really just trying to live a peaceful life. And I think people feel like for you to live a peaceful life, you have to pretend to be like everyone else, or pretend to conform and pretend to have the same ideals as everyone else. People feel like you cosplay normalcy. But the thing is, what makes you magnetic is that people want to know the real you. This is what they feel like. People want to know who you really, really are. Because there is this vibe to you that people feel like you must be super creative, super eccentric, super whimsical. Like they will love to get the real you. They also understand why you do this. They understand why you pretend to be like everyone else because it's easier. You ruffles less feathers, super valid. Again, you're not try. You're just trying to live a peaceful life. You're just trying to mind your business, live a peaceful life, and you don't want any problems and you don't want anybody up your business. Like you just want to live your peaceful life as you want it, right? But some people, I think the people that are most magnetized by this is the people that are really into creativity and are really interested in people that are different and things that are unique, right? So really, you really want to get to know the real you, and this makes you very magnetic. Is the fact that people want to know the real you, and they want to know who you are really like when nobody is watching, because they assume and they think is someone that is very creative, whimsical, and eccentric. I'm seeing a lot of masks, like those masks for the Venetian carnival, you know. I'm seeing also the dresses for like the Venetian like carnival. Yeah, it's giving a lot of that. It's giving masking yourself, but deep down you are super quirky, super creative, super eccentric. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Ooh. Yeah. Also, what makes you magnetic is that people feel like you're always going away and you are always leaving. And this is really the vibe. Imagine in society with people, you have to mask yourself to basically live a peaceful life and not to shock people and for people to not come up to you and blah blah blah. You're just trying to, live a peaceful life. Makes complete sense. But imagine you never stay long with people, or you never stay long. Like imagine if people are hanging out, if there is like a party, you maybe stay there 2 3 hours or 5 3 hours and then go. And imagine you never stay too long with people socializing and stuff, because you have to pretend to be someone that you're not, and you basically can only pretend for a certain amount of time, and then you're like, okay, I need to go home and be the whimsical magical self that I am, because I cannot continue to cosplay normalcy. This is tiring. To pretend that I'm like everyone else is tiring. You feel it's what you need to do to live a peaceful life and for people to not bother you, so that's what you do. But deep down you just want to go home, take out the mask, you feel me, and just be the creative whimsical self that you are, and just like be you. And that's what people feel like you're always sleeping away, and you're always like they're trying for you to stay longer, and they are trying to spend more time with you, but you cannot wait to go home. And people are like, what you gonna do when you get home? I need to know. I want to know. I want to go home with you. I want to see what you do. I want to see who you really are. And you're like, no, just want to go home, be alone. And people, yeah, people feel very attracted to that and very magnetized by that, because they want to know the real you. They want to see what you do when nobody is there. They want to get to know you when nobody is there. I think people would really like to be a fly on your wall. What makes you undeniably magnetic? I'm afraid. Yeah, people feel that you're not telling the whole truth about yourself. People feel like you are pretending to be like everyone else. You're pretending to conform. They also get you. Like, they understand why you will do that, because people in their imagination really have this idea that you are super whimsical alone, like you are super eccentric, creative person alone. They like see all these like images in their mind. Again, I'm seeing a lot of Venetian carnival. They think you do a lot of costumes and a lot of masks, and you do theater, you feel me. This is what people assume that you do when you are alone. So people feel like you are hiding and you are lying about who you really are. Also, they know you might do something for work that is creative, or if it's not that, you might have maybe do like an art show or put your creativity out there somehow, so people know that you work hard towards your creations and that you have a lot of creative energy and a lot of like creativity within you, and they know because there might have been something that you already showed. This is like once you did an art show, or maybe you sell your sculptures online, or maybe what you do for a job is creative, so they know that you have a lot of creativity within you. But the thing is, they never see you working towards this creativity because you do it alone. Again, and people feel like what you do alone is really be your creative whimsical self. Yeah, and people just want to know you. People just really want to know you and see the real you, and see you when nobody is watching. They want to like watch through your window type vibe. They want to see you without mask, without anybody watching. They're really intrigued by this, and they find it very fascinating. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Number three. Might be famous, or have all the capacities to be famous, or are going to be famous in the future. People feel like you have the type of creativity that is giving fame. You have the type of creativity and creative expression that if you're not famous yet, one day you're going to be famous. So like, people feel like you're going to be that type of person that imagine that they know you now before fame. People imagine that one day you're going to be super mega famous, giving pop star film, giving Banksy type of artist, giving Renaissance. Um, like, people feel like one day you're gonna be super hyper mega famous, and they're gonna be like, I knew them back in the day. You feel, but this is what people think in their mind. They think that one day you're going to be crazy famous, and they're going to be the person to say, yeah, I knew them, they were my neighbor, yeah, I talked to them in the supermarket before their fame. Like, people also feel that you are working towards something that, again, you are working in silence. Nobody sees you working towards it. Nobody knows you're working towards this, but you're working towards something that is going to make you famous in your future. This can be like practicing your painting skills, because one day you're going to be a famous artist, or practicing your music or your voice, because one day you're going to be like a famous singer, or practicing your acting skills, because one day you're gonna be a great actor or actress, right? So people feel, yeah, people feel like they know you before the fame, and they feel like you're already working towards in silence when nobody watching to this fame. They just don't know what it is. And they might have ideas of what it is. Imagine if you are someone that already made an art show or put your art out there, they know that you're very good at painting. So they assume, yeah, one day they're going to be a famous painter, or famous, like, people that paint murals or like stuff like that. I'm also seeing churches, like, paint those paintings in churches. Like, they feel like one day you're going to be famous for something that you're working towards now, and they feel like they're going to be the person that, yeah, I knew them back when they were not famous, they were my neighbor, or I saw them at my grocery store, or they were my coworker or my colleague. And people almost, yeah, people almost want to get to know you before the fame. People almost want to be your friend before the fame because they really believe that you're gonna be famous. What makes you undeniably magnetic? Pile number three. Yeah, this deceiving vibe. Yeah, people feel like you eye what really makes you happy. People feel like you eye your inner child, basically. They think you have an inner child that is super creative, like super artistic, super whimsical, super like magical, eccentric, very, very artist vibe. And they feel like you hide it. They understand why you hide it, but they want to know your inner child. They want to get to know your creativity. They know you hide what really makes you happy and what really lights up your fire. This makes you magnetic because people are like in this endless pursuit to get to know you that feels impossible. I bet like you're talking with people and just keep on asking and asking questions because they are trying to get into your inner world, and you keep giving them like generic answers that everyone gives, and they're like, I know you are hiding something. I know that's not your most truthful, honest answer. I get it why you do that, but I want to know your most honest, truthful self. Like, let me into your life. I want to get to know like your weird, quirky, eccentric self. The star, another fame card. When I tell you that people really believe that, imagine two groups in this pile. One group, you guys have already some sort of fame. This can be on social media or like in a niche community, and maybe you don't tell people, you don't tell the people in your real life about that, and people feel like they feel this sense that you are famous somewhere, I just don't know where. Or if you're not famous yet, people really, when I tell you, they believe absolutely that you're going to be super famous in the future. They do. Like, people feel like you are at the beginning of your fame journey. You are in the beginning stages of maybe becoming really good at the skill, start doing your artwork, start like expanding your art and experimenting with your art. And they feel like you are at the beginning of this journey, and when you are super famous and you're going to tell your story to like an interviewer, you're going to say, yeah, I've been doing like my painting since this time, or I've been singing since I was this year old, and people are going to be like, yeah, I knew it, I was with them in that stage, I knew them when they were this age or when they were doing this, I just didn't know what they were doing, but I felt it. I felt like they were doing something. But they, yeah, this is giving, they never gave me clear answers. They gave me generic answers, but I felt, I knew they're going to be big. Like, people really believe in your capacity to be successful. Point number three, people really believe in your capacity to be famous. And this is almost something for granted for them. They feel like one day you're going to pop out, be extremely famous, and they're going to be like, ah, I knew it. I just didn't know what or when or what was happening, but I felt it in my bones. Yeah, people feel like you're gonna be super famous. Pile number two, and pile number three, and this makes you super magnetic. Let me know that in the comments if you resonate with this message, if you like this reading, you will like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings, they are super affordable, and they're my first link in the description. Bye, pal free.